Hello, it's the One Integral here, and welcome to my brand new sort of sub-series of Pokemon Origins, which as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be calling Pokemon Origins Myths and Mysteries. Now, to give you a quick brief overview of this series, it's going to be kind of looking at unconfirmed myths of Pokemon and weighing up the evidence we have and seeing if they're kind of plausible anywhere at all. So, due to the sheer amount of comments on this theory on the Origins video on Kansas University, I've decided the first one is going to be starting to look at the connection between Ditto and Mew. There are several theories that link Mew and Ditto. On first inspection, these Pokemon seem, well, you wouldn't expect them to seem similar, but when you look closer they do. They both have the same sprite colour scheme and both have the same shiny colour, being pink when they are kind of in their normal form and blue when they're in their shiny form. But once you look even closer, there are more similarities as well. Both of these Pokemon weigh 4 kilograms or 8.8 pounds, and they can both learn every single move, albeit in Ditto's case this is temporarily when it's transforming. Also, Mew and Ditto are the only Pokemon who can know the move Transform naturally. Smeargle can also learn it, but it has to use Sketch, so I wouldn't really count it. And you'd think with 4 extra generations after it that another Pokemon would learn Transform, you think. But to this day it's just Mew and Ditto, so that's another connection we have. Also, Mew's base stats are 100 across the board, and Ditto has 48 across the board, sorry. So, there are other Pokemon that share this pattern of having the same number in every single stat, but how many of those are generation Pokemon? Well, to my knowledge, it was just Ditto and Mew. So, we need to do a little recap before we can go on. We need to look at the backstory of Mew and Mewtwo. Now, according to the scientific logs found in the Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island, Mewtwo was born of a pregnant Mew, of which a kind of eyelash, I think it is, was found deep in the jungles of Guyana, whose embryo had been tampered with to alter its DNA. It was held and studied in this mansion, where the scientists performed horrific gene splicing experiments that made it vicious and extremely powerful. The logs read as follows. July 5th, Guyana, South America. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. July 10th, we christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. February 6th, Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. September 1st, Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. So then this leads on to possibly the events that are shown in the first film right at the start, where Mewtwo escapes the laboratory. Now I like to think about this man who wrote these diaries logs, obviously. His name is Dr. Fuji. I'm going along with the film here, really, a mix of the film and the game. This is a man that looked through the jungles for Mew in the first place, and then Dr. Fuji was paid by Team Rocket, well, Giovanni Team Rocket, to create the most powerful Pokemon in existence. So obviously doing this would be cloning Mew. But Fuji's main project for agreeing to this, not many people would have very good intentions if they were going to just make a big powerful Pokemon. His main kind of reason for doing this was he wanted to be able to clone his dead daughter back to life, and Team Rocket were the only ones able to provide him with the funds. So as such, he cloned Mew to make Mewtwo, and also his daughter to get Amber 2, because her name was Amber originally, and also the 3 starter Pokemon Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle. However, the clones of Charmander 2, Bulbasaur 2, Squirtle 2 and Amber 2 died in the development stages due to lack of kind of energy, really. Only Mewtwo survived. So this may lead to us to think that Mewtwo is stronger. It might have just been because it was cloned from a Mew, but it might have been Mewtwo was stronger or something else leading to it that helped. So out of all the Team Rocket's attempts to clone Mew, only this one was a success. As we hear in the film, they say that many of them failed and died in the early stages as well. So this clone is superior to Mew in every single way. But, however, its only thing it lacks is the ability that Mew has to transform its genetic makeup and transform into any Pokemon, because it cannot learn the move Transform. However, this is Ditto's one and only trait, it's the one thing it claims to have. So, could it be that creating Mewtwo, took away the ability to transform it, and was forced out and then was represented by Ditto, really? Or is Ditto just another failed experiment from, they threw it out? So a failed experiment of cloning Mew. All experiments have an element of trial and error to them, so perhaps Ditto was just a byproduct of creating Mew, and the scientists thought nothing of it so threw it out. This theory is slightly backed up by the fact that the mansion is one of the only 2 places that Ditto can be found in. The other place is Cerulean Cave, where Mewtwo resides in. Now another possibility is that Ditto is kind of an unborn fetus of Mew, so Mew was pregnant and they decided to take the fetus out maybe to, you know, raise it in another environment before Mew gave birth, and what was resulted was Ditto, you know, hadn't formed into a Mew yet, so you know that could be another possibility there. So in conclusion really, if we look at the man/science made blob it isn't impossible that these theories could be true and the Ditto could be a failed clone or related to Mew somehow. All that remains for me to say is, you know, like or dislike this video on what you think of this new series, and leave any comments below, positive or negative, whatever you think. And also just generally tell me whether you like this series idea and give me some suggestions on what else I could do these videos on. But what I'm going to say is, you got to remember, these are theories. Everyone has their own kind of what they think about the game, what they think of certain theories and stuff, so please don't argue in the comments below. These are all speculation videos, so it's not real. I'm not saying it's real, so please, you know, don't be hostile in the comments at all to me or to anyone else. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time in the next episode of Pokemon Origins Myths and Mysteries.